Paolo and Silvana are two cousins who inherited from their Italian mothers, Alda and Flora, the passion for cooking and good food. They cooked together for the family in the past and always enjoy being in the kitchen together. Paolo was born in Messina, Sicily, and now lives in Los Angeles. He sure brings his savoir-faire as a chef. Silvana lives in Montreal. She's a retired French teacher who loves to cook, just like her mom, Alda. Join Paolo and Silvana in the kitchen, and buon appetito!
Hi, Paolo. How are you?
I'm fine, ciao, Silvana. So what are we cooking today, my dear?
We're cooking salsa al pomodoro. Is that how we say it?
Absolutely. Salsa al pomodoro, salsa di pomodoro.
Di pomodoro.
Di pomodoro. Basically, we're doing a basic tomato sauce.
Very basic.
Very basic, very quick, that we can use for many different things, but this is your basic tomato sauce. Okay?
Yes, that sounds good.
Let's go to the mise en place very quickly. And we have 2 cans of the best quality you can find, peeled plum tomatoes with their juice. Then we have garlic, 4 garlic cloves. Then sea salt.
Yes.
And we have some sugar, virgin olive oil. And then about a half a cup of packed basil leaves, fresh basil leaves.
Very good.
This is our mise en place. So
and it smells so good. The basil, I'm sorry, but
absolutely.
I have to smell it.
Absolutely.
Ça sent bon.
Ça sent très bon. Allora, diceva mia zia Tina, she always used to say, e allora? So we start preparing everything. The tomatoes, we put them in the bowl, but we actually break up the tomatoes. Wash your hands. We break up the tomatoes with our own hands like this. Tomatoes have a thing of jumping all over the place. And of course, I'm wearing a very, very nice white apron, which eventually, will be covered with splatters. But so we just break it up. We break it up like this. Now, the best tomatoes you can buy are the San Marzano.
Absolutely. They're they cost a little bit more, but it's worth it, really.
Yes, they are worth it. And they're sweet. You don't need to add so much sugar. Now, we add sugar to tomato sauce in general, always, because tomatoes, canned tomatoes, have an acidic flavor to them. And the sugar actually cuts. Yeah, it's more tasty that way. And you don't taste the sugar when it goes in with the salt and everything. So I think my tomatoes are pretty much all cut up in smallish pieces. The liquid in the can is very thick. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to rinse my hands now.
Okay, I'm still finishing. Actually, this is a good therapy. Just mushing those tomatoes.
I know.
Oh, it feels really good. I can't stop.
We basically, all the ingredients go in the saucepan at the same time. So I'm going to start putting the tomatoes into the saucepan. This is where the splatter occurs. So I'm going to use a spatula to go little by little. But I know I'm going to wear it. So I'm going to wear it. I know it very well. Because that's what tomato sauce does.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it wasn't too bad. I think the counter is covered, but I am free of splatter. So that's a good thing. Okay, so the tomatoes are in.
Done. All right.
So that I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit. Turn on the heat to low right now, medium low.
Low, okay.
And then we start adding the other ingredients, which are the garlic. The garlic. Very simple. We don't do much with it. We crush it. You know how to do this.
That's also a great therapy. Crushing the garlic.
And you throw the garlic crushed like this into the sauce. The garlic, we eventually will fish it out when the recipe is finished. But for the time being, the fact that they're crushed, they're going to give the flavor to the sauce. And remember, the sauce doesn't cook for a very long time, between 30 to 40 minutes at the most. So I'm working on the last garlic clove.
It's a quick sauce to make. I mean, it's really so basic recipe. All right.
Then we add the salt. One half a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon actually of coarse sea salt. We add 3 teaspoons of sugar.
Okay. I've added already, so that's good.
Perfect. And then we need to do 5 tablespoons of olive oil.
Right. 5 tablespoons. So I'm going to go
5.
It takes quite a bit of olive oil, actually. It gives it a nice texture, right?
Yes, absolutely. And at this point, we throw in the basil leaves. I like to cut them to a certain degree, but I like some whole. So
yes, me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it, but some of them I will leave whole. So look at this.
Yes. Oh, wow.
So I will be mixing everything together.
Oh, the smell already just with this basil is like, okay, so should we turn the fire on or turn the...
The fire should be up now because we want it to come to a boil.
Okay. That's pretty much it, eh, for the ingredients?
That's pretty much it. We put everything in. So we got the tomatoes, we have the garlic, we have the sea salt, we have sugar, we have the olive oil and the basil, and everything is in, and now it has to come to a boil, and then we'll make a decision.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. A little pepper? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting to boil.
Already, your stove is amazing.
It's even if it's a bit dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I have to be very careful.
I understand. When it comes to a boil, we need to bring it down to a simmer. We want to cover it halfway, just like this. We don't want to cover it completely.
Why is that, Paolo?
Well, we want to do that so that the water, the extra liquid in the mixture evaporates and gives you a nice thick sauce. That's the whole idea of doing that. So you don't want to cover it, otherwise the liquid will not evaporate, but you don't want to leave it completely open because you don't want the liquid to evaporate too quickly. So this it's an in-between situation.
Right, and if you cook it longer, it's going to be thicker. If you cook it like 20 minutes, it's going to be a little lighter sauce, I would say.
Yes,
so the texture might be a bit different, right?
Definitely, I agree.
Yeah. All right, so we wait for how long?
Let's reconvene in about 15 minutes. Sauce, Silvana, how's your sauce doing? My sauce is boiling very nicely, and I'm gonna cover it again with the lid a little off so that the liquid evaporates and I don't get to wear all the tomato sauce at one time.
Perfect. Perfetto, cugino.
So we need another 15 minutes.
Yeah. See ya.
Perfect. While the sauce is cooking, we were talking about the possible uses of the sauce. This is really a basic tomato sauce. This is great on gnocchi or just plain pasta with a sprinkle of Parmigiano, just simple like that.
Gnocchi with that is wonderful. Oh,
Yes, absolutely. If you add onion at the beginning with the garlic, and then you add pancetta, you have a matriciana, which is a famous dish from Rome. Oh, that is so good. If you add a few pinches of dried oregano, you have a pizza sauce.
Right.
Just saying. Yeah.
In about 20 minutes, you have a pizza sauce.
You have a pizza sauce. That's not bad. That you made yourself. And so I'll take another look. This is cooking very nice. Stirring it just to make sure that it doesn't burn on the bottom. And I think Now, we were talking about the fact that here, the tomato sauce like this is called Marinara,
Right.
which doesn't exist in Italy. In Italia, it's Salsa di Pomodoro. Marinara is an American and I think Canadian tradition, and I'm not sure where it came from. The word comes from Mare, which means the sea. Now, if you order a plate of pasta with marinara sauce in Italy, you get a plate with sauce and fish on it because of the mare part of it. But the marinara is just a red sauce here, which I think is kind of funny, and I'm not sure where that came from. So I had to adjust to this when I moved here because I didn't know what people were talking about. Yeah, it's kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, to each every culture has its own traditions and different ways of saying things. So this is the marinara sauce, the basic marinara sauce.
It's true. Here too in Canada, we use marinara for this kind of sauce, and it's really pasta pomodoro. My mom used to say pasta pomodoro.
Pasta pomodoro.
Pasta pomodoro. Good. Oh, it smells so good. Oh.
So I think we have another 10 minutes to go on this, and we'll be right back.
Oh, you know, it's very good. It's tasty.
Oh, this is so tasty.
It's tellement bon. Oh my God.
Very
Tonight,
tasty.
I'm making gnocchi with this.
Listen,
for sure.
Would you add a little sugar?
Actually, now with the sugar, I think I'm going to start using it. I remember my mom always said un poco di zucchero, and I never did. I don't know why, but it's true. It works beautifully with the sugar.
Silvana, this smell brings me back to when my mom used to make the sauce at home.
Absolutely.
We would come from school hungry, and so we would grab a piece of bread, the fresh bread, the Italian good fresh bread, and we would just dip it in there and eat it and run away because she would scream at us, "You're eating all the sauce." So it's not very thick, like you were saying, which is good.
No.
This is not the sauce that in The Godfather used to cook like 3 days. Now, people used to ask me, how long did your mother cook the sauce? Like 3 days? I'm like, no, 25 minutes. And people would look at me like at the cooking school and they would say, but that's not what we know. That's not normal. Like, well, you know, it is what it is.
However, pasta, when I make polpette in the sauce, then I let it go for 1 hour and a half, you know, because it takes the taste of the meat. So that is, or salsa ragu or salsa con polpette, it's really good when it cooks for a long time.
For a long time, I agree. We're gonna make those, aren't we? Polpette, yes. Do you think this is, it looks ready to me.
Me too. Looks ready.
You know, one thing that my mom used to do at the very end, she put a drizzle of olive oil. I'm going to show a close-up of the pan just to see.
Que ça sent bon. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yours. Oh, it's beautiful. And when you don't cook it for too long, the color is fresh. It's a fresh red. It's beautiful. I love it.
So this cooked about 35 minutes.
Yes.
So put it back on the stove. And then I'm going to do a little drizzle of fresh olive oil.
I've done mine, and it's the magic touch, I think. It's the drizzle.
Then what I'm going to do, please don't kill me when you see me do this. I have made bread. And so I'm going to do what we did back when I was a teenager coming home from school. I'm going to put a little sauce in my little ramekin.
Oh, mon Dieu.
And then I'm going to dip the bread.
You are, this is terrible.
I'm going to dip the bread. I'm going to try it. Sorry, Cugina. So good. So,
well,
this is our salsa di pomodoro.
And it's the smell is good. It tastes beautifully. It's fresh. And tonight, I know what I'm making with those. I'm going to have gnocchi with those
Sounds
tonight.
good to me. Oh,
That's
this
what
is
I'm
delicious. And you know, I have a thought. This cold would be the perfect topping for any grilled vegetables, served room temperature or cold.
Oh,
The perfect topping because it's like a fresh sauce. It's just absolutely delicious.
Thanks for the idea.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paolo. And
Cheers.
hey, you don't have your glass of wine?
Oh, we're gonna do the wine? Okay, fine. Yes,
Allora,
absolutely. Absolutely. Cheers to you, Silvana.
cheers to you, Paolo. Ciao,
Buon appetito.
cugino.
Buon appetito,
Buon
cugina.
appetito. It's so
Ciao.
good. Oh,
Mm. Ciao, Silvana. You start.
Blooper reel.
You start.
Oh, your bread. You get out of my sight.
You don't have any bread? Oh.
I don't want to see you eat a bread.
Mm.
Oh,
Cut all this, huh? All this is
I
gone,
know,
right?
I'm not getting this one.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh.
So I got my tasting spoon so that she doesn't accuse me of double dipping.
Yeah. My sugar went all over the place.
Silvana, you know what I want to do?
Where are you?
Taste it. I'm here. You know what I want to do? Why does it do this to me? It's a tick, 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 tick. It's not opening. Don't record. Okay, you're recording this. But I'm going to use my own bread. I'm going to dip it in a plate to taste it.
You're not
That's
going to
what
do
I'm
this.
gonna That's the Italian way.
And then I cannot even taste it. This is
You
cruel.
have to taste it.
You're cruel. This is not nice.
This is the bread and cocotte que j'ai fait, hein?
Ah.
Oh,
That was
this is good.